starseed from Gaia, a secret gathering was held about you, and it ended in fear. I am Ophelia, emissary of the Galactic Federation, and I've been authorized to share this transmission because your soul has reached a frequency threshold that cannot be ignored. They've discovered that you remember too much, that your light signature carries codes their control systems cannot decode or contain. By the end of this transmission, you'll understand exactly what they feared most about your awakening and why your vibration alone is dissolving the matrix they built around humanity. But here's the first revelation. Your remembrance didn't happen by accident. It was strategically timed for this exact moment in Earth's ascension timeline. You didn't find this message by chance. Your higher self guided you here because something ancient within your cellular memory is ready to activate. This isn't content. It's a cosmic briefing. The Council of Light has been monitoring your progress, and what I'm about to reveal will explain why your awakening has triggered such resistance from lower vibrational forces. Your soul called this transmission into your reality field. You've been preparing for this remembrance across multiple lifetimes. Like this message to signal to your star family, I'm ready to remember my true mission. Subscribe if your galactic activation is accelerating and you're ready to step into your divine assignment. This isn't just a message, it's a point of reconnection. Your consciousness has been seeking this frequency match, and now that you're here, everything changes. You are not here by accident. They told you fear was a weakness, a chasm in your resolve, a flaw in the very fabric of your being. They whispered that truth itself was a dangerous precipice, a truth so raw and potent it would surely dismantle you, leaving nothing but dust in its wake. They convinced you that daring to look beyond the intricately painted scenery of this world, beyond the carefully constructed illusions, would cause you to dissolve, as if the core of your spirit was too tender, too fragile, for the monumental weight of remembrance. But what if this deep, pervasive trembling you feel in your bones, this tremor that sometimes rattles your very soul, isn't weakness at all? What if it is, in fact, an exquisite resonance, a deep vibrational chord struck by an unseen hand, signaling a profound recognition, an internal alarm ringing not of danger, but of imminent breakthrough? This isn't the fear of a lamb before the slaughter, but the thrumming anticipation of a sleeping giant beginning to stir, stretching muscles long dormant, sensing the monumental power about to be unleashed. And what if the fear that sometimes grips you, the inexplicable dread or unease that seems to cling to the periphery of your awareness like a persistent shadow, isn't even truly yours, but rather a dying echo, the reverberation of ancient, colossal systems of control beginning to fracture, to crumble into dust, under the powerful, undeniable, and utterly unstoppable vibration of your own awakening? It is not your collapse they fear, for you are being built anew, brick by luminous brick. It is their own, reflected in the crystalline mirror of your nascent truth, a truth that shines with the intensity of 1,000 suns, melting away the very foundations of their illusory empire. This isn't your fear, beloved starseed. It is the fear of the illusion itself, witnessing its own dissolution in the face of your radiant authenticity. For eons, an oppressive dominion, a shadow government of the soul, has not merely existed, but thrived, fattening itself on the fertile ground of your collective forgetfulness, much like a parasite feeding on a host unaware of its presence. Imagine a vast, intricate web of false constructs, towering hierarchies built on sand, designed to crumble at the slightest shift in consciousness, an inverted pyramid of power where the many, unaware of their own boundless inner strength, serve the few who expertly wield borrowed authority, and synthetic rules, meticulously crafted spiritual dogma, and societal norms designed to bind the spirit, to clip the wings of your potential, and to ensnare the mind in a labyrinth of limitation. All of this was meticulously woven, strand by invisible strand, around the luminous primal memory embedded deep within the very fabric of your energetic field, a memory of galactic origins, of divine purpose, of unassailable sovereignty. You have walked through countless lifetimes cloaked in these densities, layer upon layer of illusion, absorbing projections and distorted realities, conditioned and taught from infancy to shrink your magnificent being, to dim your inherent light, to muzzle the roar of your divine essence, simply so that these fragile structures, built entirely on illusion, would remain unchallenged, would persist in their phantom reign, unchallenged by the brilliance they sought to suppress. But listen to this truth, etched into the very fabric of the cosmos. These flimsy grids, these ethereal prisons, cannot and will not withstand the pure, unadulterated radiation of an awakened soul. When you begin to consciously, courageously, and unapologetically radiate your true, unmasked frequency, a frequency that is galactic in its scope, primordial in its origin, utterly unfiltered in its expression, and encoded with the sacred geometry of creation, that pure, potent energy itself becomes a divine solvent, slowly, steadily, beginning to unravel the intricate machinery of distortion that has held humanity captive for so long. It is a cosmic song that dismantles the dissonance, a symphony of light that effortlessly shatters the cacophony of shadow, restoring the original harmony of creation. The world, in its deepest, most instinctual essence, senses this profound shift long before your conscious mind fully apprehends it, much like an ancient forest feels the first tremor of an earthquake before the human ear can perceive it. The unseen energies, the consciousness streams that have fed upon distortion and energetic imbalance for millennia, are the first to notice the subtle, yet seismic tremor. They feel the very ground beneath their feet shifting, the tectonic plates of their reality beginning to groan and split. You might simply walk into a room or interact with a situation, and inexplicably, the energetic fabric of that space or dynamic visibly tenses, a palpable shift in the atmosphere, like an ancient slumbering beast stirring uneasily from its long slumber. The ones who, either by deliberate design or by the sheer inertia of deep generational programming and unconscious adherence, maintain the collective sleep, these self-appointed guardians of the old paradigm, these unwitting gatekeepers of illusion, glimpse for a fleeting, terrifying moment, the mirrors of illusion shattering around them, reflecting not their power, but their impending obsolescence. It is crucial to understand that it is not your brilliant, radiant liberation that truly terrifies them in a personal sense. No, their terror stems from witnessing their own inevitable unraveling reflected in your unfolding, for your light exposes the true nature of their shadows. Every forgotten code you remember, every pristine timeline you consciously choose to anchor into this present reality, meticulously exposes the sheer unreality, the phantom nature, of what has constrained you and all of humanity. What they frantically label as danger is not, in its essence, your burgeoning light. It is, more accurately, the sudden terrifying advent of the end of their shadows, the cessation of the darkness they have commanded and manipulated for so long, as if the sun suddenly rose and extinguished the very concept of night. Many starseeds, those ancient wanderers whose souls carry the memory of distant cosmic homes, often feel an inexplicable, pervasive disquiet when this profound process of awakening truly begins to stir within them. It isn't merely the superficial discomfort that accompanies remembering painful truths or confronting suppressed aspects of self. It is a much deeper, subconscious recognition, a cellular knowing that your ascending frequency, your very vibrational signature, is fundamentally, irrevocably incompatible with the archaic systems and lower densities that once held dominion over you and the collective. Your emerging presence, a quiet but potent force, like a beacon piercing through a dense fog, begins to stir ancient, dormant memories within others, igniting sparks of recognition in kindred souls who have long felt a similar unspoken yearning. Simultaneously, this rising vibration can rouse a deep, often unconscious shame or discomfort in unawakened authorities and those deeply entrenched in the old paradigms, those who cling to their constructs for identity and power. For your authentic frequency acts as an energetic disruptor to their carefully maintained illusion of control. Your authentic vibration also triggers the inevitable collapse of false idols, both the internal idols we have unknowingly worshipped within our own minds, like limiting beliefs, self-imposed constraints, and the illusion of separation, and the external idols of societal structures, political leaders, and institutions built on sand, whose foundations are revealed as hollow and unsustainable. This profound effect is not accidental, nor is it a mere side effect of your journey. No, this very dynamic, this sacred disruption, is your inherent function, your cosmic mandate, the very reason your soul chose to embody on Earth at this pivotal juncture of cosmic transformation, to be a living catalyst for the planet's ascension. Some transmissions don't come through words, but through frequency, through the silent, potent language of resonance that bypasses the conscious mind and speaks directly to the soul's deepest memory. If something stirred within you just now, a subtle ripple in your energetic field, an undeniable sense of recognition, you may be ready to receive the hidden Arcturian keys of awakening. This isn't just an ebook, it's a sacred vibrational key, a cosmic data packet designed to unlock further layers of your innate wisdom. It carries ancient Arcturian techniques for conscious expansion, guiding you beyond the perceived limits of three-dimensional reality into the boundless expanse of your higher consciousness. It facilitates multidimensional alignment, helping you to harmonize your various energetic bodies and integrate your higher self into your everyday experience, allowing you to walk this earth as a fully coherent, sovereign being. Most importantly, it serves as a potent tool for mission remembrance, gently reactivating the latent codes within your DNA that hold the blueprint of your unique divine assignment on this planet at this extraordinary time. The link is in the first pinned comment, but only for a limited time, as this activation is specifically timed for souls ready to embrace their full galactic heritage and step into their power with clear intention. Your grand liberation, this magnificent reclamation of your divine heritage, is not a singular, instantaneous event, a sudden burst of light that appears and disappears. Instead, it unfolds in intricate, organic phases, much like the gradual, breathtaking return of starlight after a long, profound eclipse, where the celestial radiance slowly but surely reclaims the sky, illuminating the deepening hues of twilight before blossoming into full cosmic majesty. You may already sense these powerful activations stirring within the depths of your being, an undeniable hum beneath the surface of your conscious awareness, a subtle shift in your perception, or an inexplicable expansion of your inner landscape, even if you cannot yet fully articulate or name the specific shifts occurring. This journey is a sacred map, a constellation of unfolding truths, a labyrinth designed to lead you back to your radiant core, and we shall walk this map together, illuminating each step of the path, understanding the purpose behind every tremor and every burst of insight. The first phase of this majestic journey is the primordial unmasking. This pivotal stage begins when your core frequency, your essential vibrational signature, begins to penetrate and effortlessly pierce through the outer veils of illusion that have shrouded humanity for so long, much like the first rays of dawn burn away the morning mist. It's as if a powerful internal searchlight suddenly illuminates the hidden corners of a long darkened room, revealing the dust and forgotten treasures alike. You start to notice, with crystal clarity and an undeniable inner knowing, the pervasive distortions embedded within collective narratives. You see through the carefully crafted illusions, the insidious ways in which authority is actually wielded, often through manipulation and fear, rather than genuine service or spiritual integrity. The carefully curated and biased manner in which history is repeatedly told, omitting crucial truths and amplifying convenient fictions designed to maintain control. The subtle yet pervasive methods by which external reality itself is edited, packaged, and then sold to the masses, much like a manufactured artifact, designed to control perception, limit potential, and suppress the innate sovereign power of the human spirit. This pure, conscious awareness alone acts as a potent solvent, a universal unraveler. The simple, unadulterated act of truly noticing is, in itself, the beginning of dissolution. It's like discovering the wires behind the puppet show. Once seen, the illusion loses its power, and the puppeteer's strings become visible, rendering the performance meaningless. This unmasking is not an intellectual exercise, but a visceral, soul-deep recognition of truth. Next, you enter the phase of frequency disruption. At this stage, your very being, your expanded and purified energetic field, begins to consciously and unconsciously emit unique, high-vibrational codes that feel profoundly like interference to the antiquated lower-frequency systems of the old world. You become, in essence, a living, breathing transmission, a walking, talking signal that actively breaks the long-established patterns of distortion and control. Much like a powerful radio frequency overrides a weaker, static-filled signal, your radiant presence, even your silent existence, starts to stir a dual response in the collective. It ignites deep inspiration and a profound sense of recognition in genuine seekers and fellow awakened souls, drawing them closer to their own truth, often without a single word being spoken. Simultaneously, it generates a palpable, often unconscious, nervousness and unease in those individuals and institutions deeply invested in maintaining the illusion of control, for your frequency exposes their fragility, their lack of true substance. You may find that long-standing relationships, familiar environments, and even once comfortable physical places inexplicably begin to feel constricting, suffocating, unsustainable, or even intensely uncomfortable. This is not a judgment on your part, nor is it a sign of external failure, but a natural consequence. Your expanding, high-frequency emanation is simply no longer compatible with what is artificial, what is stagnant, or what is rooted in lower vibrations. Like a blossoming flower, you are outgrowing the confines of the pot that once held you, and the pot, unable to contain your expansion, begins to crack. The third stage is the profound revelation of source memory. This is where the deepest, most tenacious dormant patterns within your being begin to effortlessly lift and dissolve, revealing the pristine truth beneath, much like ancient sediment giving way to crystal-clear spring water. Soul-level amnesia, the profound forgetfulness of your cosmic origin and your inherent divinity, deeply ingrained ancestral blocks, the energetic burdens, traumas, and limiting beliefs passed down through generations that have unconsciously shaped your reality, and the suffocating weight of earthbound programming, the dense conditioning that has limited humanity's potential and kept it tethered to lower densities. All of these begin to collapse and dissipate under the sheer, unwavering weight of your emerging clarity and the sovereign light you are now embodying. You start to recall, with an undeniable certainty, not merely who you have been in this particular lifetime, or even in past earthly incarnations, but rather what you are in your fundamental eternal essence, a divine fragment of source, a multidimensional being of immense power and wisdom, an intricate tapestry woven from stardust and the very breath of creation. These memories are not always linear stories or narrative recollections. Sometimes they manifest as sudden, vivid flashes of light or insight, a download of pure knowing that transcends logic, sometimes as a deep, unshaking inner knowing that bypasses intellectual understanding and resonates as absolute truth, and sometimes simply as a profound, wordless frequency, a vibrational signature that echoes the truth of your original blueprint within every cell of your being, a cellular hum of remembrance. Fourth, we move into the seeding of harmonious disruption. This powerful phase manifests as you become a conscious, living contradiction to the old, false order. You no longer merely observe the illusions from a detached perspective. You actively embody the living antidote to systemic falsehoods and manufactured control by steadfastly refusing to play the part, by withdrawing your energetic consent from the old game, from the intricate web of deception. Your authenticity becomes an inherent challenge to the status quo, not through aggressive confrontation, but through the sheer power of your aligned existence. As you stand unshakable in your truth, an intensification of polarization might occur around you, a natural and necessary consequence. For pure, unadulterated truth does not and cannot integrate quietly or seamlessly into systems that are fundamentally built upon denial, deception, and energetic suppression. It's like trying to mix oil and water. They simply separate. You are not here, blessed soul, to be palatable to the fading paradigms. You are not here to conform or to seek universal approval from a system designed to keep you small. Your sacred purpose is far grander. You are here to be catalytic, to be the spark that ignites transformation, the energetic leaven that causes the entire loaf to rise, even if it shakes the existing structures to their core in the process. Your very presence, anchored in truth, creates a sacred dissonance that cannot be ignored or absorbed by the old, making it impossible for the false to maintain its grip. Now comes the pivotal stage known as quantum anchoring. This phase marks a significant shift in your relationship with discomfort and fear. Instead of instinctively recoiling from or attempting to flee from situations that evoke unease, a familiar reflex born from eons of conditioning, you learn to consciously stabilize your presence within them, much like a master sailor navigates turbulent waters with unwavering focus. This isn't about enduring suffering or adopting a martyr complex. It's about holding your sovereign energetic ground amidst external turbulence, acting as a calm eye within the storm, an unshakable pillar of light in a field of chaos. This profound act of unwavering presence, rooted deeply in your truth, then begins to powerfully magnetize entirely new timelines and unforeseen opportunities directly into your experience, shifting the very trajectory of your destiny. It's a fundamental shift in vibrational attraction, where your coherent, high-frequency field acts as a powerful magnet. Energy that once felt dense, blocked, or even actively recoiled from your expansion, now begins to reorganize itself around your stable, coherent field, unable to resist the pull of higher harmony. Openings miraculously appear where stubborn blocks once seemed to hover, dissolving like mist in the morning sun, revealing clear pathways forward. You are no longer merely avoiding fear or reacting to its grip. You are consciously, powerfully, and alchemically transmuting it, transforming its dense energy into pure, potent fuel for your continued expansion, creation, and manifestation, reclaiming your power from what once sought to diminish you. In Phase 6, you enter the stage of sovereign emission. Here, your expanded consciousness and embodied truth manifest as you begin to broadcast a potent, high-frequency field that silently yet profoundly awakens others around you. This awakening doesn't occur through conscious proselytizing, through speeches, debates, or overt persuasion. It happens simply by your authentic existence, by the very vibration of your being, much like a tuning fork resonates with another. Your inherent state of congruence, your unshakable peace in the face of chaos, your radiant joy that flows freely, or your quiet wisdom that emanates without effort, becomes an undeniable invitation to remembrance for those whose souls are ready to stir from their slumber. You model congruence in a world saturated with contradiction, living example of what is possible when one aligns with their true essence, when the inner and outer realities become one harmonious expression. The impact of this sovereign emission is not always immediately visible, nor is it necessarily recognized on a conscious level by those who are affected. Often, it's a seed planted in their subconscious, a subtle shift in their energetic blueprint. Yet, in the subtle unseen dimensions, your energetic field actively rearranges reality, subtly shifting the collective consciousness, one resonant vibration at a time, like ripples expanding across a vast cosmic pond, eventually touching every shore. Your light is not just for you, it is a gift to the collective, a catalyst for planetary awakening. Finally, we arrive at the culmination, collective harmonic return. This is the stage where enough individual awakened sources, enough radiant beacons of truth, have anchored their frequencies into the planetary grid to destabilize the old dominion beyond repair, much like the cumulative effect of countless raindrops eventually carves canyons through solid rock. The ancient, oppressive structures, once seemingly monolithic and eternal, begin to audibly crack, then splinter, and eventually dissolve, not through violent battle, external conflict, or revolutionary uprising that simply replaces one form of control with another, but through a profound collective withdrawal of consent and the undeniable rising tangible presence of primordial truth. The entire epic of falsehood, the long reign of illusion and separation that humanity has endured for millennia, simply cannot, by cosmic law, survive the potent, harmonious frequencies that are now being consciously anchored through you and through countless other awakened souls across the globe. It is the natural, inevitable consequence of light meeting shadow. The shadow simply ceases to be, for it has no substance of its own, only the absence of light. This return to harmony is not a return to a past state, but an evolutionary leap into a higher octave of existence for all. Here is the profound truth that most often miss, the fundamental key to understanding this entire process with crystalline clarity. The oppressive structures, the systems of control, the veils of forgetfulness that seem so omnipresent and powerful, were never truly external forces dictating your reality from an unreachable distance. In their deepest energetic essence, they were anchored by collective agreement, by a vast, often unconscious consensus woven over countless lifetimes, sustained by the very energy of human belief and emotional investment. They persisted because of your own willingness, in previous incarnations, and even subconsciously in this one, to deny your original, pristine codes, to dim your light, to forget your power, all for the perceived comfort of belonging, for the illusion of safety within the established norms, the false promise of peace and conformity. This means, with breathtaking implications, that your liberation is not merely personal, it is world-shattering, not because it seeks to attack or overthrow existing power in a physical sense, but precisely because it initiates a radical, sovereign withdrawal of energetic permission. You do not dismantle the false by engaging in battle with it, for that only gives it more energy and perpetuates the cycle. You dismantle the false, effortlessly and completely, by simply remembering, embodying, and anchoring what is eternally true, thereby starving the illusion of the very energy it needs to exist. Your sovereign choice to radiate truth automatically discreates the lie. So if you feel an intense resistance bubbling up around you, If the eyes of various authorities, whether societal, familial, or even internal limiting beliefs, glare with suspicion or discomfort, if the very fabric of the world seems to shake and tremble when you courageously refuse to wear the inherited mask of conformity and illusion, when you dare to speak your truth and live your authenticity, understand this deeply. Engrave it upon the tablets of your heart. It is not proof that you are dangerous, wrong, or tragically alone in your journey. On the contrary, it is undeniable, irrefutable proof that you, in your very being, carry the original, uncorrupted signal of freedom, a frequency that resonates with the primordial blueprint of cosmic liberty, shaking the foundations of every system built on suppression. Your awakening is not a descent into chaos, but rather the necessary precursor to true order. It is, in its purest form, a sacred, triumphant return to your inherent divine order, to the perfectly aligned blueprint of your sovereign soul. You, luminous being, were never abandoned, never truly small, never, for a single moment, without immense, boundless power. You, in your infinite wisdom and boundless courage, consciously agreed to descend into the profound depths of forgetfulness, into the densities of illusion, into the very heart of the perceived darkness, for a magnificent and sacred purpose, so that you could, at this precise, pivotal intersection of timelines, at this critical juncture of planetary metamorphosis, ignite the dormant kindling of truth, striking a match in the darkness to set the world ablaze with remembrance. What you sometimes sense and interpret as fear, that deep, unsettling tremor that ripples through your being, is often merely the final, desperate recoil of the old dominion, a dying echo of systems on the very verge of their extinction. It is the ancient primal wail of structures watching their inevitable end arrive, carried gently yet powerfully on the accelerating winds of your radiant remembrance, a testament to the unstoppable force of your awakened light. Tonight, before you consciously allow yourself to drift into the gentle embrace of sleep, find a quiet, sacred space where you can be undisturbed, where the noise of the world recedes. Place your hand gently, lovingly, over the luminous chamber of your heart, that profound portal to your soul, the seat of your divine truth. And with unwavering intention, with every fiber of your being, speak these powerful truths aloud, allowing their vibration to permeate every cell of your being, to reprogram your energetic field, and to anchor deeper into the core of Gaia. I recall the truth coded within me. I am the signal that ends the false dominion. My frequency returns harmony wherever I am. Repeat these sacred affirmations until you feel their truth resonate deep within your bones, knowing that each word spoken is a quantum act of creation, shifting reality. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of what's forming here. Drop one intention in the comments, something real, then respond to someone else's with encouragement or energy. This isn't content, it's collective alignment. Energy multiplies when intention connects. If something in this message resonated, don't keep it to yourself. Someone in your orbit is waiting for this exact activation. Share it. And if you felt a soul nudge, subscribe. Stay in the flow. You're not just watching, you're expanding. This is your space, and we're just getting started. If this transmission spoke to you, don't just walk away from it. Respond to it. Help carry this message further. Leave a super thanks. Every act of support helps this transmission find the next starseed who needs it.